So I'm sure a lot of you have been following Intel's social media posts lately about their Odyssey program. Basically, Odyssey is set up to engage the community to better understand what people are looking for in their future products, particularly on the hardware side. Now, they hope that this new feedback loop will lead on to better software and of course hardware that people will actually buy. One of the first things that'll use this new community feedback thingy is on their Intel drivers side, or in other words, they've actually renamed it to Intel's Command Center. By the way, Intel has made this Command Center available to download on the Microsoft Store for now, provided that you have a 6th gen or newer Intel CPU. It'll be installed alongside your existing Intel graphics control panel, so there's no messing with drivers, and it can easily be uninstalled. This isn't a final product either, and all Intel wants at this point is actually feedback from their users. And yes, I know that some of you might be rolling your eyes right now, since this video is dedicated to just, explaining a small piece of software. And I also do want to bring up the fact that this video is not sponsored by Intel. However, they did fly us down to San Francisco for their event though. We just wanted to quickly cover the evolution of a key piece of software that could affect the millions of people who use Intel's integrated graphics. Okay, so it's true that Intel's iGPUs haven't provided enough performance to play most current AAA games, but that's going to change a bit in the near future. You see, their Gen 11 graphics core with 64 execution units is just around the corner, and it promises to provide a huge performance boost for integrated GPUs. Then, by the end of 2020, Intel has also committed to launch a series of discrete GPUs that are set to compete directly against the Radeon and GeForce lineups. What they're trying to do right now is get their drivers and the control panel to their best possible state and use that as a solid foundation to build a larger GPU business. Now, with so many ex-AMD people working at Intel right now, they're trying to avoid past mistakes where Radeon GPUs were known for amazing hardware, but were actually held back by some poor driver software. So now that we know where Intel's actually coming from, let's actually take a closer look at the new Command Center. The first thing you'll probably notice is that it looks a lot more modern and sleeker than the previous version, and the first section allows you to scan for any games installed on the system. If there's a lightning bolt next to the game, that means Intel has created a specific one-click optimization profile for it. Right now, there are a bit over 30 games with profiles, but that's supposed to expand to over 50 in the next little while. Actually, clicking on the game brings up an area where you can create custom image quality and performance profiles. This might not matter to any enthusiasts watching this video, but I love the fact that Intel has added clear explanations to every function, and the Learn More button expands the education even more. This is a perfect addition to folks who might find all of these options a bit overwhelming. The Display tab has everything you would expect, but there's another cool addition in the color area. If you click on Swatch, an image comes up that can help with color correction and balance. You can even replace this with another picture if there's a specific color profile you're looking for. I actually think the most impressive section here is the Video tab, where Intel's added pretty much every single option you would want to enhance video playback. There's also a live preview window with 3 preset videos, or you can add your own. Custom profiles can be added too by pressing the plus button, along with some presets to brighten or darken the video content. It's really well done, and you can actually see a lot of community feedback being used here. The other areas are pretty straightforward, with hotkey sections where you can assign keyboard shortcuts to certain functions. I actually wish there were more options here, especially to quickly change the color or performance profiles. Hopefully Intel will be able to expand that in the future. There's also a help section with some online resources and some system diagnostics, but there's not really much to talk about here. Finally, the preferences is obviously still a work in progress, but there's an option to switch the layout theme. There are only 2 options, but supposedly custom themes will be an option when the final Command Center finally ships later this year. So that's a quick preview of Intel's new graphics command center, and personally I think this is a great move from Intel, especially before they start moving into discrete graphics card market. And honestly, what this also shows is how far behind the times Nvidia is with their own control panel. The community feedback is very important, and we'd love to know what you think about this new piece of software. And again, if you want to have more features added, or if you have any critiques, definitely let us know in the comments and we'll make sure to forward them to Intel. So that's pretty much it, guys. Other than that, stay tuned for more videos, especially with Intel's new Gen 11 graphics and with Ice Lake right around the corner. There's a lot of cool content coming your way. Stay tuned. I'm Ibra with hardwarecanucks. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to check out some relevant content over here. Subscribe to our Boot Sequence channel. I'm signing off, and I'll see you guys in the next one.